Anyway, so you ready for Pauly G? PG-13?
Yeah.
OK3 or OK see ya?
Okay, see ya. Easy. Bye.
Last year, people already knew it was a rental.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that Paul George's best interest is to stay in Oklahoma City. That team can't get past the first round of the Western Conference, led by a rookie. So, well, now he's not a rookie, but I mean, he's pretty damn good for one.
You're talking about Donovan Mitchell, right?
I am talking about Donovan Mitchell. So, do you think that Paul George? I think Paul George is looking to team up with LeBron in LA, and I think that would be fun to watch. How about you? What do you think he's teaming up? Do you think he wants to get in his own team?
I think that Paul George did best when it was just Paul George. Which sounds a little weird, but Paul George on the Pacers was a superstar. He was a crazy talented player, a guy who you could rely on to possibly take your team far. And Paul George on the Thunder, he's Russell Westbrook's teammate, who can score, but he's Russell Westbrook's
Paul George,
teammate.
I think was he was an All-Star this year, but I think he was was he a replacement for an injured player?
I think so.
Yeah. That's what I remember also. Like he's gone from superstar to just like you said, it's Russell Westbrook and some other guys. Melo's on a crazy contract, so he's staying in OKC because he knows he's not going to get that anywhere else. But I think Paul George, it's time to get going. Do you think it has anything to do though with how do you think his relationship with Russ is? Like, do you think does that have any anything to do with if he's staying or leaving? Do you think they have a good relationship, or do you think that Paul George doesn't like the way everything's looking right now in OKC?
I'm sure that he's friends with Russell Westbrook. They've been they're teammates, right? They've played on Team USA together. Mm-hmm. Superstars know each other too. But I think Russell Westbrook, nothing against him. I think he's a crazy good player. I think he deserved the MVP he got. I think that he's very talented, but I think that he is a horrible teammate if you are a superstar.
I think Russ should I think it's best for both of their careers to just be separate. Russ does great when he doesn't really have to share the ball because he just needs to take over. And Paul George will do best, like you said. He was doing so good in Indiana. But if he does that great in Indiana by himself, do you think that there's a chance for him to also be great with LeBron in LA? They have money for it.
I don't like the idea of both of them going to LA. I really don't. I'm sure they do, but I don't think it's a good idea. One, I think the league will hate it because basically, if LeBron goes to the Lakers, and even if Paul George was to join him, the Western Conference Finals would probably be Lakers-Warriors, would be worth, probably 4 times more than the finals would, because whoever would win that would win the title. Which is not a, fun way to approach basketball.
The biggest stage on earth would be the stage before. The biggest stage in basketball would be the stage before what's supposed to be the biggest stage in basketball.
Exactly. I think, the league thrived for I don't even know how many years on Eastern Conference, Western Conference winners play each other.
Lakers, Celtics.
There was Magic, Bird, and there was Jordan, and it was a clash of the top teams.
Because the teams were well rounded.
And you take LeBron West, that's literally just, basically it's going to be a battle of Kyrie versus probably Giannis and Victor Oladipo. Winner of that will play probably the Warriors or LeBron. Which is just not, that's, the finals is supposed to be, the two best teams the league has to offer against each other. And it's not going to be that way if LeBron goes west and if Paul George were to join him.
So we're ruling out the possibility that Paul George is staying to contend.
I think it's a LeBron situation. I think it's like you leave.
Do you think
you got to go?
Do you think that if Paul George sees LeBron at the Lakers, do you think he'll be like, that seems like a place I want to go. That seems like a place I want to play for and where I can actually contend. Do you think that will entice him to?
I think Paul George has had his sights set on LA for at least 3 years now. So I think he's probably going to go no matter what. I'm sure he'd be happy to be joined by LeBron. But I think, they started these talks before the Pacers traded him to the Thunder. So
about the tampering situation with the Lakers, trying to get Paul George before he was even available.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea.
All right. So let's do our wrap up. I want to wrap up all the stuff we talked about today. So how will the NBA look like if, Kawhi is traded, LeBron is in the West, and so is Paul George somewhere? What do you think? So Kawhi, you think is outie, right?
Yeah.
So is LeBron, and so is Paul George. Kawhi doesn't really. I don't think the Spurs really have a choice. Kawhi has to leave because it's a trade. But I mean, do you think they're all going somewhere west?
Yeah.
That's really going to make things interesting. You got the Warriors, now maybe the Lakers with LeBron and Paul George. Or not, you don't even need both of them on the Lakers, but already 3 players that are incredible all in the same area. And then you also got Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry. What? The East? Hello?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, do you have any last remarks for our first episode?
No, I think I got all of my words out. Thanks for listening.
All right, yeah, thanks for listening, and come back for the next episode of Offer on the Table. I'm John.
I'm Adam.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.